Hey everyone, welcome to Disha's official YouTube channel. This is Ruchi presenting daily news analysis. Strategy to promote medical, rural, and MICE tourism. The Ministry of Tourism has formulated three draft strategies for roadmaps for promoting medical and wellness tourism, for development of rural tourism, and for promotion of MICE industry in India. Medical and Wellness Tourism, that is MWT. It describes the rapidly growing practice of traveling across international borders to obtain healthcare services. It may be broadly classified into three categories: medical treatment, wellness and rejuvenation, and alternative cures. Now it is being referred to as medical value travel, that is MVT. Rural tourism. Any form of tourism that showcases the rural life, art, culture, and heritage at rural locations, thereby benefiting the local community economically and socially, is known as rural tourism. It offers an opportunity to promote sustainable and responsible tourism and fulfill the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. MICE. Meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. The main purpose is to create a networking platform for business, industry, government, and academic community and engage in meaningful conversations. MICE is also known as Meetings Industry or Events Industry. Significance. It provides high quality jobs, enhances investment in India, and accelerates development. Preservation of national heritage and environment and renewal of the cultural pride. Tourism helps in promoting cultural diplomacy, people to people connect, and thereby promotes friendship and cooperation between India and other countries. Major schemes of the Ministry of Tourism. Iconic Tourist Sites Initiative, Dekho Apna Desh campaign, Swadesh Darshan scheme. J&K Delimitation Panel begins work. The Delimitation Commission for the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir has started its work by writing to 20 district commissioners seeking basic demographic and topographic information of each district. Delimitation means the act or process of fixing limits or boundaries of territorial constituencies in a country to represent changes in population. Under Article 82, the Parliament enacts a Delimitation Act after every census, and under Article 170, states also get divided into territorial constituencies as per the Delimitation Act after every census. The state of Jammu and Kashmir was kept out of the delimitation exercise when it was carried out in the rest of the country between 2002 to 2008, as delimitation of the assembly seats was under the Jammu and Kashmir Constitution and its separate Representation of the People Act. After becoming a union territory, a delimitation commission was set up headed by a retired Supreme Court Judge Ranjana Desai to mark out assembly and parliament seats. Usually, delimitation exercise do not change the number of seats in any state. The 84th Amendment to the Constitution in 2002 had put a freeze on the delimitation of the Lok Sabha and State Assembly constituencies till the very first census after 2026, but will only redraw the boundaries of the seats in each state and rework the number of reserved seats for no. Wait. Usually delimitation exercise do not change the number of seats in any state. The 84th Amendment to the Constitution in 2002 had put a freeze on the delimitation of Lok Sabha and State Assembly constituencies till the first census. Consensus? How stupid, man. Wait, it's census. Usually, delimitation exercise do not change the number of seats in any state. The 84th Amendment. No, yaar. Usually, delimitation exercise do not change the number of seats in any state. The 84th Amendment to the Constitution in 2002 had put a freeze on the delimitation of Lok Sabha and State Assembly constituencies till the very first census after 2026, but will only redraw the boundaries of seats in each state and rework the number of reserved seats for SCs and STs. But because of the exceptional past circumstances, Jammu and Kashmir's assembly seats will now increase from 107 to 114, which is expected to increase Jammu region's representation. Integrated Power Development Scheme (IPDS). A 50 kilowatt peaks solar rooftop was recently inaugurated in Solan in Himachal Pradesh under the Integrated Power Development Scheme of the Ministry of Power, Government of India. The project further reinforces the Go Green initiative of the government envisaged in the Urban Distribution Scheme of the Government of India. About IPDS. Power Finance Corporation, that is PFC, is the nodal agency for implementation of the scheme. It was launched in 2014 by the Ministry of Power with the objectives of strengthening of sub-transmission and distribution network in the urban areas, metering of distribution transformers, feeders or consumers in the urban areas, IT enablement of the distribution sector and strengthening of the distribution network under the RAP-DRP. Significance of the scheme. The scheme will help in reduction in AT and C losses, establishment. Significance of the scheme. The scheme will help in reduction in AT and C losses, establishment of IT-enabled energy accounting and auditing system, improvement in billed energy based on metered consumption and improvement in collection efficiency. Reconstructed Accelerated Power Development and Reforms Program, that is RAP-DRP. It was launched in July 2008 with the focus of establishment of baseline data, fixation of accountability, reduction of AT&C losses up to 15% level through strengthening and upgradation of the sub-transmission and distribution network and adoption of information technology during 11th Plan. Biotech Kisan Program. The Ministry of Science and Technology has issued a special call for the Northeast region as a part of its mission program, Biotech Krishi Innovation Science Application Network, that is Biotech Kisan. Key points. It is a pan-India program following a hub-and-spoke model and stimulates entrepreneurship and innovation in farmers and empowers women farmers. The Biotech Kisan hubs are expected to fulfill the technology required to generate agriculture and bioresource related jobs and better livelihood, ensuring biotechnological benefits to small and marginal farmers. Farmers are also exposed to best global farm managements and practices. This is a farmer-centric scheme developed by and with farmers under the Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology. Objective. It was launched for agricultural innovation with an objective to connect science laboratories with the farmers to find out innovative solutions and technologies to be applied at farm level. Progress. 146 Biotech Kisan hubs have been established covering all 15 agroclimatic zones and 110 aspirational districts in the country. The scheme has benefited over 2 lakh farmers so far by increasing their agricultural output and income. Over 200 entrepreneurships have been developed in rural areas. Biden to meet Ghani at White House as troops pull out of Afghanistan. US President Joe Biden and Afghan President Ashraf Ghani will be meeting on Friday in the White House for their first face-to-face interaction and the first time since US and NATO withdrew their troops from Afghanistan. The meeting is taking in the background of Taliban outfits capturing dozens of districts in recent weeks. The recent conflicts in Afghanistan have made fresh blows on the peace talk between Taliban and current Afghani government. Afghan Peace Process. The Afghan peace process is a series of negotiations that have taken place to end the war in Afghanistan. The talks are mainly between the Taliban, the main insurgent group in Afghanistan, and US, whose troops have made a significant presence in Afghanistan. The main agreement, which was signed between USA and the Taliban on 29th of February 2020, in which the US agreed to withdraw their troops if the Taliban does not use Afghan soil for terrorist activities that aims to attack US or its allies. India is the fifth largest recipient of FDI in 2020. The World Investment Report 2021, which is compiled by the UN Conference of Trade and Development, that is UNCTAD, has ranked India as the fifth highest recipient of the foreign direct investment, that is FDI, raking in $64 billion. The report also highlighted that global FDI flows have been severely hit by the COVID-19 pandemic as they plunged down 35% from $1.5 trillion in 2020 to $1 trillion in 2021. What is FDI? A foreign direct investment, that is FDI, is an investment made by a firm or individual in one country into business interests located in another country. FDI takes place when an investor establishes foreign business operations or acquires foreign business assets in the foreign company. FDIs are actively utilized in open markets rather than closed markets for investors. Horizontal, vertical, and conglomerate are the types of FDIs. Horizontal is establishing the same type of business in another country, while vertical is related but different, and conglomerate is an unrelated business venture. An example of FDI is Apple's investment in India to build Apple factories. Thank you.